Alright, what is good? I just filmed an entire intro to this vlog in the car and then realised that my camera was actually facing the wrong way. So that's pain. But anyway, so we've got a nice little arm session for you. Just going to take you through what I'm doing, what the movements I'm doing. This is like my second vlog in the gym and this feels a bit weird. I'm getting a lot of weird looks right now, but you know, when you're doing this kind of stuff, you're opening yourself up to people's opinions, people's criticism, all that kind of stuff. It's just not the norm. So anyway, I'm going to start off with some bicep curls here, nice and light, nothing crazy. Then I'm going to start moving on to the working sets. Yeah, so as I was saying in the car, I've actually got a new microphone just here. I'm not entirely sure if the quality's going to be way better, but the one that I had, it was alright, but it sounded a bit weird, as you'll notice in the vlog before this one. But yeah, anyway, onto the workout side of things. So, on my warm-up sets, I'm really trying to focus on more. You know, I'm not doing my 15 reps that I used to do, my 15 to 20 reps. I'm doing more of sort of 6 to 8, just getting a nice squeeze to make sure the blood's flowing. Just because I've seen a lot, you know, in other people's videos about people, you know, fatiguing yourself on them first warm-up sets when that's not where you're getting your growth, you know. That's your hypertrophy, that's, you know, you're doing a lot of reps there. So, you know, I'm just trying something different out where I'm doing sort of 6 to 8 reps on my warm-up sets. Then on my working sets, you know, that's where I'm going my 6 to 10 sort of range to really try and, you know, damage the muscle in them sets rather than at the start. You know, the start that's warm-up specific rather than actually doing too many reps and then fatiguing yourself later on in the workout when them reps actually count. So yeah, that's the rationale to why I'm not doing a crazy amount of reps. You know, it's still a pretty lightweight compared to my working sets, but it's not going to absolutely, you know, ruin me for the whole entire workout. So. Yeah, on this bicep curl in particular, really trying to focus on, you know, that squeeze at the top. So I think I've been guilty a lot in the past of just moving the weight. You know, not swinging, but having good form, but not actually focusing on, you know, that contraction, that squeeze at the top of the lift. And I'm trying to implement that across everything at the moment. You know, I've made some good progress this year, but I think there's still a lot left in the tank to, you know, really maximise the workouts, whether that be, you know, full squeeze at the top. I think it'll work a lot nicer, because I think sometimes you get in the habit of just moving the weight rather than actually working the muscle. And that's when you'll notice a lot. Some people, you know, they might not look that big, but they can lift quite a bit. I feel that's where I'm at the moment, whereas I see a lot of other people online who can, you know, I can lift more than, but they look way bigger, and that's because they're just training in a completely different way. Like the perfect example I used to is Mike Thurston. Like, I can bench more than him, but he's like 3 times the size of me, and that's just because of the way he trains. He really focuses on squeezing that muscle rather than actually moving the weight, whereas I think I've been focusing too much on, you know, just moving the weight rather than actually working the muscle. So that's what I'm really trying to focus on now, and that, like, you'll see that in a consistent theme going throughout my workouts going forward. But yeah, on to 18s now. Going to go for about 6 to 8. This is more of like a feeler set. You know, I feel where I'm at today. You know, not every day you go into the gym and it's the exact same weights that you could lift the session before. Sometimes you feel a bit weaker depending on sleep, food, energy levels, all that kind of stuff. So this is my feeler set. If I get sort of 10 reps on this, you know, we're jumping up sort of 2 dumbbell sets for the next one and going a lot heavier. But yeah, we'll get on with this one. That felt a lot easier than anticipated. I think I did about 10 to 12 there, I'm not entirely sure. What you probably notice as well when I'm filming the videos, I'll lose track of the rep count quite easily. But it doesn't have to be an exact science every single time. You know, every time you do a set, it doesn't have to be that exact number. You know what I mean? So now, this is the working sets. This is what I'm going to push until like ultimate failure, pretty much. Probably go for about 6 to 8 reps, and then if we're getting thin after that, that's an added bonus. But yeah. Definitely not the cleanest set by any means. I feel a bit weird, like it's sort of 4 reps in, I had to readjust my grip. I'm probably going to sit here, but yeah, I don't know if you can see in the movement that I'm doing. That I was trying to explain before when I had my jacket on. But when I'm lifting, really trying to get that squeeze, which involves sort of, rather than just lifting up like that, really sort of twisting that wrist in, which really sort of moves the peak a bit more, adds a bit more tension to this top part here. So I think I could definitely do a better job at getting a stronger peak on my biceps as well. I know a lot of it's down to genetics, but there are certain things you can do to enhance certain parts of it. So, but yeah, I'll probably do 2 more sets of this till failure, which is about 6 to 8 as I've said. Then we'll move on to something else. I've also been reducing the amount of working sets I'm doing in a workout and focusing more on pushing my body to the absolute max, rather. Whereas before, yeah, I'm trying to put a bit of size on now, I'm trying to bulk up a bit. Like sort of 6 months to 12 months ago, I was doing loads of supersets. Don't get me wrong, I got a lot fitter. You know, my cardio was a lot better, it's probably a lot better for my body health as well, but the way that I am right now, I'm just trying to put size on. And I think doing less sets, heavier volume, more compound, shorter rep ranges, that's really going to help me sort of in this next 6 months of the bulk. I'm probably going to bulk up until about maybe like April, May time, because I've got a holiday coming up in June. I think, or July, I'm not entirely sure. But around that, you know, give myself 2 months to sort of slim down again, depending on how big we get, to be honest. I've just shifted the camera to the side a bit more, so you can see more actually what I'm trying to do. I don't know, it's the angle that I was doing then. I wasn't really showcasing what's actually going on. Whereas this, you can sort of see a bit more. You know, when I was talking about, you know, squeeze up in there. I'm try to keep your elbows tucked as well, arms by your side in one position, so it's just all bicep rather than bringing in, you know, your forearms into it and bringing it up here. Yeah, 1 more set, and then we'll move on to something else. Now we're going to move on to bicep curl. I've been calling it a bicep curl, but I'm not entirely sure that's the right name for it. But essentially, what you're doing is you're getting 2 cables, bringing them into the middle. I could probably go a bit heavier this, but I'll just show for example. So really trying to kind of like to lean forward as well a little bit. Just bring it in, just like a normal curl. What this one is that you're really keeping that bicep under tension as well when you're coming down. I'll just look back on that clip and I can definitely squeeze it in a little bit more. But yeah, I think I'm only going to do 1 more set of this because I'm just not liking how it feels on this wider machine. I'll probably do some easy bar kills after this instead. Normally this one hits, but on this wider cable machine, it ain't it. Okay, now we'll move on to the easy bar kill. I really just wasn't feeling that last set of the bicep curls, so moving on to something else, which I know, which is gonna get me a better squeeze. I think when you've been lifting for a long time as well, you can sort of tell with your body when something's working, the muscle group, that it's intending to work. Whereas when you're just starting off, I feel like you need a bit more of a dedicated plan. You go in and do this. Whereas, once you've got a few years under your belt, you become a bit more experienced, and you can just start experimenting a bit more with different things. That's why, I feel confident moving away from that, knowing it's the right thing. Because although I'm getting like a good pump on, it's just not really, working the muscle in the way that I want it to. So I'll probably just do 2 sets of this instead. Straight away I can tell that that's feeling a lot better. Just from that little squeeze that you get at the top. When you're bringing it in, I can just feel it. It's like night and day difference anyway. But yeah, as I mentioned before, I'm trying to get a little less volume in my workouts and focusing more on the time and attention and short rep range instead. This is guaranteed to feel a lot heavier than before because that's 5 kg. You've got to think about the size of the bicep muscle. It's not the biggest muscle on chest. You're probably going to not notice that much of a difference with chucking 2.5 kg on each side. But when it comes to arms, you obviously are, because it's just such smaller muscle. Moving on to triceps now. This wide set cables doesn't go heavy enough as well for our push down movements, but stuff like single arms, and I feel like the ropes, we can get a good enough workout with it. I'm actually going to try a little bit of a warm-up set on some single arms as well. For me personally, I've never seen these work, for myself, but for a lot of people, I see them absolutely smashing them. So I'm open to trying new things. But yeah, straight away, I'm not crazy about this. I'll just do some cable push downs from each side instead, just because it's not enough. Even that. Okay, that was a little bit better. A bit more tension on the tricep than before, which is what we're looking for. I feel like with them, even when it's burning, you can just keep on going and going and going. I'd say you physically can't anymore. I feel like the burn on exercise like that kicks in pretty quickly, but then you can just keep seeing it through. So if you plan on doing this exercise, don't plan on giving up when it starts to burn really hard. Give up when you physically can't, doing more reps with it. That's a lot of fear fuck. That's your prime example of what I was just talking about then. About the 6th rep, you start fucking bending like crazy, keeps it through. We're up to like 12 there. If I just gave up on that 6th rep, that'd be done, and the muscle won't be worked as much as you can work it. So yeah, that was good. I'm probably going to stand here for the next 10 minutes as well, just spamming these, because it's feeling good. Then I'm going to move on to the actual, double-handed push down after that. Or I might just try it overhead instead. So I saw a guy in the gym last week when I was training arms. I think this was on Friday actually, last Friday. He was using a straight bar but overhead, and I literally just copied him, and that's like one of the best tricep pumps and burns I've had. So I'm definitely going to go and do that after this. Maybe at this angle you can get a better view of what's sort of going on with the actual tricep. This is that movement that I was on about before. Sort of coming forward, sticking your foot in the back of the machine, proper pressing forward and down. The hardest part about this exercise, I'm not gonna lie, is actually getting the actual weight in front of you. Like from here, because with that you're like pulling with your lower back, and my lower back is in bits, so. And halfway through that I also adjusted my hands to just be a bit closer in, just because I wasn't really feeling it on this outside part. So we'll do the same next. The last couple of sets now, we're not going to be able to get forearms in today because I've taken a lot longer than I originally planned. Plus we've also got to make time for a little pump check in the change rooms. So what's the point of going gym if you got to do that after? Definitely a better squeeze when it's closer. Recommend that one. And to be honest, it's just a bit of a variation from the overhead ropes. You know, it's pretty much the same movement, but with the ropes you sort of extend it out a bit more. And I don't really like that feeling. I feel like I can't push as much weight either. I feel like it starts engaging like everything else in my body. Whereas I feel like with a straight bar or a slightly curved bar like this, you can focus more on the tricep and the part you're trying to work. So, I'm just trying to get a bit of a better angle to showcase what's going on. This is something I'll get used to as well as I continue to do more stuff in the gym. You know, I'll get used to like the best angles and what's best for showcasing different movements. But we'll learn. It's the last set now. Then we can go on and have a big post-workout meal. But I'm looking forward to it because I'm starving. I should have had some more food before I came in here. But yeah, we've chucked in about 5 kg on this, just to really max it out at the end of the workout. Let's see what we get on. That's where we're at right now. The abs are going, the veins are going from the bulk, which is a good sign. Nothing to be afraid of. That's probably a bit better. I've lost a lot of definition. I'm pretty happy where we're at right now, to be honest. I think overall physique, happy with. Obviously, you know, the gut's got to go when we start cutting. This is just a bit of excess fat from the bulk. But I definitely think, you know, this year I've made so much good progression on shoulders, arms. But I think this chest, it almost disappears when I go side on. But I've always had a hard time building muscle on my chest. Don't know why. Even though I can lift a decent amount on it. But yeah, that's where we're at the moment. Okay, that's good. We've finished the workout now, we're heading home. I'm just going to pop the camera this way instead, just because, you know, I can see what's in frame a little bit more, what's actually going on. Because on the way here, I did film an 8-minute segment with, you know, with the camera facing the wrong way, which isn't ideal and a bit of a waste of time. So effectively, I sat in the car and just spoke out loud to nothing. But anyway, but yeah, good workout there, good session. It's also helping me as well, talking through my exercises, you know, what I'm thinking, because then it's allowing me to engage in them, you know, that area of the muscle a bit more than I normally would, which is helpful. You know, I got a few weird looks in there. I'm sitting there talking to a camera for a good half an hour of my workout, but you know, it's not the done thing in the UK, to be fair. The sort of mentality in the UK is to, you know, it's, I mean, I'm not going to use the exact phrases that people would use to describe me, but it's not the quote unquote cool thing to do by any means, which is fine. but I enjoy it. In the UK, it's not the cool thing to do at all. The cool thing to do in the UK is act like you're not trying and act hard, essentially. That's what, you know, UK mentality is all about, you know. Sitting there with no smile, acting like you're not trying, acting hard, acting like you're CBA for everything. When in reality, deep down, you know, these people that act like that, that sort of give you that kind of energy, you know, they're all putting on a front. Deep down, they all want to do, you know, they all want to put themselves outside the comfort zone, but they just don't have the courage to do it. And that's the story for a lot of people you'll meet in life. You know, the people who will take the piss out of you for stuff that you're doing. I mean, I get it all the time. I'm not gonna sit here and act like, you know, I get a lot of praise. You know, every now and again I get praise. You know, whether it's like someone reaching out to me on Instagram, which is sick to hear. You know, if someone says, "Oh, you've inspired me to do this. I've started a brand or I've started a business based off the back of what I've seen you do." You know, it's really good to hear. But a lot of the time, if you're putting yourself out there on YouTube, on social media, in front of everyone, in front of all your family and friends to see, you're going to get a lot of shit for it at the end of the day. Just because that's the thing we do in the UK, innit? You shit on the people who are actually trying to do stuff with their life. Which is, you know, it's sad to see. Whereas I feel like in America, it's all about sort of like you know, they're always talking about like get your money, get your bag up, that kind of stuff, hustling hard, that kind of, you know, that kind of mentality. Whereas in the UK, I feel like, you know, you just get rinsed for a lot. But I'm not going to sit here and act like a baby, you know what I mean? People will have their opinions on you if you do something like this. If you start a brand, that kind of stuff, they will form opinions on you. But you've put yourself out there on the internet, so you've got to be willing to take it. So it's a bit of a, you know, it's a bit of a weird topic, because sometimes you feel like, you know, why are you taking the piss? Why are you taking the piss for someone for working hard? But then again, you've got to understand that, you know, you're putting yourself out there and you're open to criticism. So, but yeah, anyway, I digress. That is just a thought that is on my mind a lot at the moment. You know, it's just, I mean, I'm going to be as transparent as I can on my YouTube channel, just because I want it to be. I want it to be like, you know, a normal thing. I don't want to act like I'm, you know, like, I don't get people rinsing me, or I don't get, you know, people taking the piss here and there. But no, I've had this since I started YouTube. You know, I remember in year 9, like, when I was in year 9, I used to make Black Ops 2 gaming videos, and if anyone that is here that remembers that, like, that was just such an awful time of my life. Just absolutely rinsed all the time for it. For a good month, honestly, I cried like a little girl for a lot of it. Just because, you know, I made these YouTube videos doing like cut comms and stuff. Do the stuff that Face Clan were doing, and yeah, it basically got released for like the whole year. And then I just got bullied for ages, and I cried. But I kind of just wish I didn't stop back then and just saw it all through. That's like a major regret I have, of just not seeing that through. Because who knows what it could have became, you know, if I had just stuck through it, just put with the criticism. But then I think I was too young and too, you know, too small-minded to even think about that kind of stuff. Whereas now, if someone rinses me, I'm like, that's more motivation for me to work harder and to put that effort in. So at the end of the day, you know, in 5 years, 10 years time, I can look back on these people who've been trying to rinse me for the longest time, you know, and just laugh at them. You know, it just adds a bit of fuel to the fire. And if that's, you know, if that's what's motivating me to create content every day, then I'm not too fussed, if I'm going to be honest. You know, sometimes you need people in your life to shit on you and to take the piss out of you in order to actually, you know, keep you moving forward with it. You know, sometimes when you're getting praised all the time and you're getting, you know, people sort of like looking up to you for inspiration all the time, I feel like you can become a bit lazy with it. Whereas now, you know, just over these past like 3 months, putting myself out there a bit more with the gym stuff, you know, doing personal training, all that kind of stuff. You know, I got a lot of hate off the back of it, just in person and online. People just talking shit, to be honest, but you know, that has genuinely given me more fuel to like push myself forward and actually do something with this. So if you're watching this and you are someone who's giving me a lot of hate, thank you for that, because you've put me into, you've made me into the person that I am today, which is willing to just prove everyone wrong. So that's exactly what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to work until it works. I'm just not going to give up on it based on a few people's opinions. So anyway, yeah, that was I don't know where I was going with that, but that's just what I'm feeling right now. And if you're someone out there who's debating putting yourself out there, you know, you want to build a brand, you want to start something, just go ahead and do it. What have you got to lose? That's where I'm at right now in my life. I'm like, what have I got to lose? I've literally got nothing to lose apart from time. And I think if 10 years on from now and I didn't put myself out there and I had the, you know, the opportunities and potential to do all this kind of stuff and I didn't, I'd be a bit wound up myself. So that is why I'm doing all this, to make sure I've got no regrets in the next 5 to 10 years. Yeah, I'm going to go inside now, make a bit of food, finish my work for the day, and then I'm probably going to edit some vlogs or whatever tonight. So yeah, if you've got to this far in the vlog, thanks for watching. If you want to see more stuff like this, just drop a comment, let me know if you're finding it informative, if you're finding it, you know, entertaining, that kind of stuff. Bit of good feedback, it'd be good to hear. But yeah, even if I get 5 views on this video and 5 people watch it to the very end, not too bothered. Thank you for watching. I'm going to carry on with this format for a while. I'm enjoying it. It's quite easy to record and feels quite natural as well because I'm in the gym. I spend so much time in the gym and my life based around the gym, so why not record it? Record the journey a bit more. But anyway, right, let me get inside. I've got a lot of work to do. I think I've got a meeting in 15 minutes as well, which ain't good. But yeah. Right, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.